Yo, what's poppin', Nobody Nation? It's me, Mr. Nobody, with the Turbo Panda podcast. And today, does it get spicy? I'm talking about the new hot thing, Twitch's pay-to-play system, where you pay to promote your stream. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty, and then we're going to also dive into some other topics about how you can grow without having to spend money. And we're going to get our homie in here, so love you guys enjoy. If you do, give some love for Patrick under that sub button, all right? Mwah. Let's get into it. All right, Thiccboibeans, what's poppin', baby? Just did my intro. See, I'm quick. I'm in and out. You know what I mean? So,
That's what she said.
giggity. Everybody, I got my homie Thiccboibeans here. Twitch.tv/Thiccboibeans. What's up, baby?
Not much. Just excited to sit here and talk with you for a little while and pick your brain about some stuff. Maybe have some pancakes. Who knows?
See, we all know French toast is better than pancakes, but listen, we're not gonna.
That is true.
We're not.
No. You're absolutely right. French toast is probably the best breakfast food.
It's a bop. It really is. So we're gonna leave that for another convo. So I warmed everybody up in my intro with how we're gonna be talking about today, the new hot topic that's going around, which is Twitch's quote unquote pay to play, pay to grow system. So I feel like there's nobody. I mean, you and I texted about it the second it happened. I feel like there's nobody else that should be on this other than you and me, because
Correct.
I feel like we share a lot of similar views, but we also polarize each other in some certain ways. And I like it because I don't want to be surrounded by people who have the same opinion as me all the time, you know? So
Absolutely.
So
Can't
like,
be the smartest person in the room, you know?
can't be. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Twitch just dropped a new way. It's in beta right now. A new way for your stream to get promoted within the Twitch's platform. So the way that works is, I actually don't know how it works because I haven't seen it. It hasn't happened to me yet, but from pictures and leaks and some of the stuff I've even tweeted out, there are people that in their chat, they will be able to have their chat pay to promote their community on the Twitch's front page. And it's for a certain amount of time and certain dollar amounts.
Yeah, so there's actually since he put that tweet out, that guy, who the heck was it? I think his name was like Zach. Yeah, Zach or something like that. He put out that tweet, and originally it was like a 10-minute window it would hit your stream, and you would have 10 minutes and you could buy as many like boost as you wanted to, is kind of how it was supposed to work, but they've since deleted that tweet. So I don't know if that's how it's staying still. Or if it's a bigger time frame, or if they completely like, I don't know what they did with it, but he's pulled that tweet because I was trying to find it earlier today to talk about it, but it's gone.
Yeah, and see, so that's like, so I feel like just the basis of promotion, right? Because that's the biggest thing, is that's what it was supposed to be, which was a promotion-based idea. And I feel like it's one of those things. I'm actually going to go scroll on my Twitter right now for those of you who are only listening in. I actually posted a picture of a streamer who I was like, what is he doing? Like, he's just, how is it that his is promoted? And Thiccboibeans was ever so kind to drop in a tweet from the double H. And Harris Heller, he wanted to talk about pretty much saying, you know, hey, here's your favorite streamer, need your big help them accomplish their dreams by giving us money. I kind of wanted to address some of the stuff, man, because I feel like there's a lot of aggression towards Twitch right now, towards this particular topic, don't you think?
Absolutely. I saw both sides of the fence on it, all the way from people saying, hey, every business pays to promote. It's not crazy for a company to ask you to pay to promote yourself, all the way to the other side that things shouldn't be hid, or you shouldn't be hidden behind a paywall to succeed. So I've seen both sides of it. And
those are really good, like, those are the two biggest points I kind of wanted to talk about. With like both, I was like playing devil's advocate with myself. I was like, you know, I personally, whenever I form an opinion about something, that's all it is. It's an opinion, not a fact. I like to look at the reverse side and potential counter arguments to things, because that's what you're supposed to do when you're looking at things that maybe not fall in line with your beliefs, you know? And I personally, we're going to just start it off right here, man. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of kickback, and that's fine. I don't mind the base ideology of this. I think it's an amazing way to grow Nobody Nation. Like my personal brand, I think it's amazing, right? I think it's an amazing way for me to not have to think about these other websites like Extra Life Marketing, where they embed your stream into other top tier websites to gain viewer traction, but they don't count as views. This is like a direct embedded implanted way from Twitch to actually get real potential organic growth.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Like, I like the idea of having something, whether it should be hidden, or it should be, you know, a 10-minute window, however that works. I think they got to do something to have like a free area, something where you can actually be discovered, whether that's your clips in something like, you know, a TikTok format where you can just swipe on a discoverability, or even like full live videos. Just have something where you can just swipe through and be like, who's this? This is entertaining. To only have like a pay version, I think is where most people lay with the issue.
Yep. And I agree. And that's something that we've talked about for a while. And I say we, I'm just mean like Twitch streamers in general.
Right.
I have so many clips of me talking about eating ass, throwing my booty back, hitting some insane clips. And unless you are followed to me or unless you know who I am, you'll never find those ever. And what's the point of making these really funny clips other than to share them on third-party platforms?
Exactly. I did notice at the bottom, like on mobile the other day, they did have like clips we recommend, or that we find like a recommended page almost for it, but they were like clips with like thousands of views on giant people's page, you know, like the top like streamers. Like, have something more for the bottom guy. Like, hey, here's clips from smaller people that you might enjoy.
Yep. No, and I agree with you. And that's Twitch's discoverability. So this is stuff that I've seen, right? So maybe you've seen this too, or you've seen an opposite side of this. I've seen a lot of people upset that they feel like Twitch has no discoverability or there is no potential way to grow. And I know you and I have kind of touched on it, but obviously what's in our text messages is not here. So I'm happy to bring it out.
Yeah, we can go.
So this is my take on this, right? So I agree that Twitch has a very tough time getting discoverability. I actually talked about it 2 pods ago of how the algorithm works. If you guys, I will go ahead and try my hardest to drop this in the description when I find the resources. But if you look into it for a little bit, you can find how the Twitch's algorithm works. It's actually the same and very similar to a lot of our other algorithms that we know. For example, I'm going to hold up my Squirtle here for the people who are listening. I'm holding up my Squirtle. This is my stream. What Twitch does when I click that go live button, apart from my followers, which it's supposed to notify, which is also a problem because it doesn't actually notify everybody, that we could talk about that in a little bit. But on this is my stream. It will give my stream to a recommended amount or a certain number of devices. And it'll say, hey, we recommend MrNobody to you. And based off of click-through rates and interactions and views and followage, that is how they start to push your stream to more recommended feeds. That's how I've at least learned it, because it personally happened to me when I noticed around like 700-800 followers is when I started having people say, oh, you're on my recommended feed. You were on my recommended feed. And it was like a frequent thing. I remember the first time, I'll never forget, I thought I made it big and I was on the front page. I was like, oh shit, I'm on the front page of Twitch. No, I was just on someone's recommended feed. So that is my initial start to that talk and idea of it. I want to hear your side.
About like being so I'm on the other side of that. I feel like I have like no discoverability through the app.
And I would love to hear it.
Like I maybe have like 1 or 2 people that I can like remember. I mean, I'm sure it's happened more during a stream that has said, "Hey, you were on my recommended page." But other than that, like I don't like, how do you get to the point where people are, or how you're getting put on there to other people? It's tough. It's not random, almost like it should be. Like with a lot of other social media apps. Like if on YouTube I search Warzone, I'm gonna find obviously like a lot of top videos. But on there you're able, like they sprinkle in some with 700 views, or you know, compared to like the thousands and thousands. You could do the same thing with TikTok. That's completely random. Obviously, if you're searching for like Warzone, things like that, it's gonna show you more of those things. If you're liking those videos, it's gonna show you more on your feed. And I mean, a lot of other apps have better discoverability, not hidden behind a paywall, and then they also have a promotion on top of it to bring new people in. And with that, like TikTok, when they started promoting their paywall that they had, a lot of people, even bigger people, were complaining about views being down. Like they like turned discoverability down to try to force you to pay for these things. And I think that's another thing people are scared with Twitch here, is that am I going to be even less discoverable when these paywalled I shouldn't call them paywall, when these
Oh,
boost
that's a good thought.
features, pay to win features go up for everybody. um I think it's, you know, it's new, and new things are scary for people as well, so
No, for sure. And I feel like that's a good, like, you hit a lot of really great topics and ideas on that. Like, in terms of the discoverability, TikTok is the only platform that has openly come out and said what their algorithm is. That, like, it's on their website. They've given a TikTok support about it. Instagram doesn't give you any feedback. Obviously, it's Facebook, right? Facebook doesn't tell us anything.
Instagram changes like every week too. It's
Yep.
insane.
Well, and that's how I started my brand, was on Instagram. I was
Yep.
posting car content all the time. And even I noticed a decline before I went into gaming. I was noticing a decline in my, because I would post 3 to 5 times a day. That was the quote unquote social meta for Instagram. Using different tags, never using the same tags. Like on my phone notes, I have 8 to 9 blocks of different 30 hashtags. And it was working for a really good, 8 months, 9 months. And then all of a sudden it just stopped. It halted. I would get my interactions on my photos would get anywhere from 700 to 2,000 views or likes or whatever it would be, and then it would go down to like the 100, maybe 300. Which ratio wise is not good, for someone who had 6,500 followers, having only 200 people, 300 people liking a picture, that's really bad.
Yep.
And so it's that algorithm, but like no one knows that algorithm. No one knows the Facebook algorithm. No one knows the YouTube algorithm. YouTube, again, doesn't tell you how to grow. And I feel like it's the same way with Twitch, where no one knows how to grow on Twitch other than the people who've grown on Twitch. And what I mean by that is, when you're growing on Twitch, you kind of just find your own unique way to do it. That's what's cool about all this, is no one had, like, my way is not going to work for a lot of other people, but
Yeah.
sorry, good.
Exactly. So, I mean, my question would be is, like, to Twitch, what was the reason that they what was the reason they started to put you on the recommended page for like other people?
Yeah. And that's a good,
You know what I mean?
that's a good,
Like, tell us.
yeah, I would love to know that. And that's, honest to goodness, I genuinely believe it's because I had a lot more interactions. And we've talked about support for support in the last episode. And I meant to throw that in there in the last one, but support for support has its purpose in the way of, getting like-minded people who are wanting to grow to help each other boost up in the algorithm. I definitely noticed a difference when I had 5 people versus when I had 10 people in chat, you know what I mean? In terms of exposure and followers and stuff like that. So that does have its place. And I think this is the same thing with this quote unquote paywall or pay to play, is you are paying, but it's also based off of impressions. It's not click-throughs. So you're not guaranteed 1,000 unique viewers for the $1 or $2, whatever it was. You're guaranteed 1,000 impressions within that time span. So that means, we know how many users are using Twitch at any given time. I think right now we're at 255,000 concurrent viewers, like, online at this second on Twitch. So you can get 1,000 with your eyes closed, right? So they need it to work for the creator, you, me, so that we want to keep spending our money. I feel like the biggest problem with this whole concept is putting this on chat. Like, putting the pressure on the chat, to me, is my biggest problem.
So I agree with you there. And there's some confusion. Like, I'm confused on that a little bit. On the one, like, article I read, you like attached your own credit card, and then your chat could purchase it off of your card. And I was like, that seems like a really bad idea for somebody to spend $10,000 on your card. But I'm not sure if, like, you can do that and they can pay it off of yours, or if they pay it for it. But regardless, I don't think it should be put on your chat either. I understand it's 99 cents. And then none of it goes back to the streamer as well. I know it's advertising. If a streamer paid for it, they wouldn't get any back, but somebody is paying for it on your behalf.
Yep. And that's a huge point too, is like, I actually said this yesterday, and I'm gonna tell you guys what my statement was yesterday. I'm gonna tell you that I am wrong. I am wrong. I was mad yesterday that
Flip it.
yeah, right. Clip this real quick. I was wrong. Yesterday I was mad that the streamer didn't get any of the advertising feedback. But you just said what I thought about after I thought about it, which
Right.
was I want it in my in that same sentence of me mad that I don't get anything when my chat gives me a boost is the same. I contradicted myself where I just want to have it in my creator dashboard to where I can
Right.
click add a 5,000 impression boost for X amount of minutes. It's in my dashboard. It's on my credit card. I'm done. And that contradicts it, right? Because I don't make any money off of that. The result
Right.
is the same. It's like 100 kilograms of feathers and 100 kilograms of steel, right? It's 100 kilograms, but it's that same principle of the same effect at the end of the day is happening, except the difference is you as Thiccboibeans is paying for it for me versus me paying it for me. So if I average 40 to 100, I have that ability to have 40 to 100 people pay to boost my stream, which would be amazing, right? Like, don't get me wrong. As the streamer, I want my community to grow as fast as possible. I want it to explode. However, it's also not fair when my pocketbook is set to a certain dollar a month. But when you spread the pocketbook open to 40 to 100 people, your budget gets bigger, right? So that's not fair to someone. Say, I'm going to use you example because you're on this chat, but say your monthly budget for your advertising was $200. You're like, hey man, I can afford $200 a month to advertise for myself. But then me, a quote unquote competitor in the streaming space, well, now it's opened up, right? Maybe I personally also have $200 to, spend on this and budgeted. But our viewership difference now changes that delta to say my chat brings my budget to $1,000, where your chat only brings it to $500. That makes sense?
Absolutely. I understand where you're coming from there.
And that's the problem.
I think, the people that I hear or see on Twitter crying the loudest about it are those people that they're a smaller partner. They hit the 75, they average 40 to 100 viewers. They're the ones crying the loudest about it. Like, we work so hard to get where we are. Now anybody can use this. I mean, they can use it too, and they have a bigger community watching them. Where on average, I'm at 8 viewers on a good day. Maybe one of them buys this for me, or if even one of them's there watching when the 10-minute span hits for me. To promote me, I have one person that does it where I'll use you who has 40, 50, 60. You probably have at least 5 to 10 people, that will purchase that feature. It's only going to help those mid-tier or bigger, in my opinion, more too. It can help the little guy. Yeah, one person does it. It throws me in front of 1,000 people. If they click on it, I know a lot of people are turned off by it, so who knows if they'll even click on it.
Right.
If my content's good enough to keep them there, that's another thing that people aren't realizing. Like, if I'm just sitting here being a bum, not interacting with chat, why are they going to follow and stay and come back? Like, somebody wasted their dollar. So
right. And so you literally said what I was going to talk about today was you see a lot of people crying about it, right? A lot of people upset. This is just one of many things that Twitch has done in the past 4 months where people get mad at Twitch. There's never hey, Twitch is implementing there's never the positive outlook on it. And I kind of want to spin off onto more positive than negative.
there was one positive when they first introduced this in December. They did one where it was a channel community point redemption. So like for 500,000 channel points in this month, if you complete it or whatever, then you'll be promoted. I think that's still something that they need to offer, and they need to tier it based on your following and your average. Like, if you average 10 viewers, have the goal be 25,000. If you average 100 viewers, it needs to be 150,000 channel points redeemed. It's, you know what I mean? It'll help everybody. No money's involved.
The biggest thing with that I can see as a roadblock is people manipulating the system for channel points. For example, you can do predictions, right? So all I got to do is predict 10 points and on me getting 5 kills or more, and you betting 100,000 points on me not doing that. Well, I just came out 10-1, or was it? Yeah, 1 to 10. I don't know betting, but you get get the idea. So now I just got all of those community points. It'd be so easy for your community to manipulate that. So I understand on Twitch's and why maybe that would be like a set, like 500K, it's set, or 1 million, it's set, because it is quote unquote taking up space on their page. I feel like it should have never went to the chat to begin with. It should be on the content creator, because I think of this as a business. I am a business, right? Like I have a YouTube and a TikTok and an Instagram, Facebook, yada, yada, yada. So why should it be on my community, Alpha, Blue Hoodie, Thiccboibeans, Danny, you guys, to pay for me, right? It's nice. I understand the gesture that Twitch is trying to, build a community to get your other community members to bring more people in. But as a business, I don't have you as a competitor paying for my business, if that makes sense.
Right. Yep.
And that's my problem with it. However, I think the way this can be turned around is if Twitch were to implement some form, like you said, like a channel point cap, like, this is what it is. You have to do it by this day. No predictions during this period.
Right.
They could set rules, right? Like they have rules for everything. I can't take my shirt off midstream, and they somehow find it if somebody does. So of course they can monitor this information. But the
last time I read TOS, there's nothing about male nipple being shown though. So and I know a few streamers that do regularly, and it's not a big deal. So
that's good.
I reread it because I was like,
if you need to get there, you go there.
maybe we get a raid and the shirt comes off. I need to check. It literally only like kind of targeted women, which was a little bit crazy. A lot of people believe it's everybody, but
yeah,
but read it for yourself. Don't take my word for it.
If
you get banned, I'm sorry.
Well, and that's a whole different conversation too on like their terms of service. But that's when it comes to this whole streaming thing and the whole Twitch doing their, like, I understand where they're coming from. It is a way to get discoverability, kind of like on TikTok. TikTok openly says every video you post is random. Every video has the potential to go viral. I've seen accounts where they've got 50,000 followers and they've got, 700,000 likes or 100,000 likes, whatever it is. But it was one video that carried their channel to quote unquote fame or quote unquote success, right? But I can promote any and all my TikToks. But you also said earlier a really good point of, the look of what it will look like if you're promoting your stream. That is a very toxic way from the small streamers and streamers in general to not watch somebody spending their own hard-earned money to try to better themselves and grow.
Right. That's just a lot of people don't like to see that. You know?
And that's where I would support anybody. If I see promoted, that's why I made that tweet of, hey, I don't know who this person is. That person had 80 followers on Twitter, 100 followers on Twitter, and he was promoted. And I'm like, dude, I don't know who you are, but it made me look. It made me literally go, well, wait, promoted? What? What is this? I wanted to click in. It made me want to. It made me want to see what it was about. I wasn't knocking on him for getting promoted because that's him getting his business more exposed. It exposed him to me. And he has content that I don't even know, but it promoted to me.
Absolutely. See, then that's not the problem that I have with the whole thing. Like, I'm all for promoting in any way that you can, the right way. And this is a legal right way to do it, and I would click on it if I saw anything like that too, because I think it's interesting. But they have to have something like TikTok where it's free and you can actually be discovered. Yep. That person, typically that, like, I have a video that's 327,000. I didn't pay anybody to go watch that. It was random and it happened. If you log out of, I saw a tweet, I can't remember who it was from. It was a lady. I don't want to steal her info. I'll find it and send it to you. You can put a picture of it because I don't want to take this as my idea.
Yeah.
She said that she logged out of her Twitch and just went to the recommended channel, and there was nothing but I don't know, Shroud and all these people with a bunch of different followers and viewers as her top recommended page. Nobody with under 100 views on there. Why is that not a thing? Is I think where a lot of people are coming from. And then also have the promoted. That's my sure. And to lead into the promoted thing is, it would be interesting to know how many people they're sending that 10-minute window out. Is Twitch gonna change to where my recommended page is nothing but promoted, or is it going to be like one every 10 minutes? Because I think that's a lot better of idea too, because then it's just you on there as the promoted. I think that's fantastic.
And that is a really good point. I actually just did what you just said. Is I logged out of my Twitch. I went incognito. Everybody knows, if you don't know, incognito is, or incognito. No one knows nothing of who you are. You are invisible. So I just did that, and look at that. I have Shroud at 52K on New World. I've got Summit, Hassan, Abai. I don't want to mess your name up. All these people have tens of thousands of viewers, and I have to scroll down line after line to find somebody with 69 viewers. That is the, like, in terms of my level, around our level, who's not made it, you know, that kind of thing. That is the first stream. Kitten Clubhouse. Congrats. You're not going to hear this, but if you do, your channel looks awesome. So
the channel looks great.
It took me a while to scroll down to see that. And I agree with what you're saying. Is what would happen if everybody starts promoting? Is it going to be promoted streams just left, right, and center? Which, if that's the case, that's not a good look. But I don't think that's going to be the thing, because you and I are just two users of hundreds of thousands that are on the platform at that time.
Absolutely.
I feel like I want to segue into, because we've talked about Twitch. I saw a video and a tweet from Harris Heller, actually, and it was another person hosting a podcast with a Twitch developer of this. And my problem, it went along the lines of, we did this because people don't know how to utilize other social platforms, and so that's why we implemented this here. I like that comment. However, they also proceeded to say that this is for people to get growth on this platform who aren't growing or aren't doing work on another platform. My problem with that is they did two things. They told you how to grow on Twitch, and they told you that they don't have discoverability, but they also noticed that they're going to, I'm going to say the word taking advantage because that is too harsh, but they're trying to capitalize on people who maybe either one of three things: aren't willing to put in the work, don't know how to do the work, or they just don't understand the internet. Those are the three people that they're targeting, if you will. But in that, you know, I feel like we need to talk about how to grow off stream to bring things to your live content, because that, I mean, you're doing amazing work on Hover and TikTok. And that, I know, has brought people over to you, at least on a unique viewer scale or a channel view scale, right? I mean, you had to have seen a little bit of an uptick from the hundreds of likes on Hover, the much appreciated content you give us on TikTok. You've seen a little bit of an increase, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So for a while, TikTok was my bread and butter. We'll start there. I was posting 3 times a day, doing anything from game clips to, you know, like funny sketches with, you know, games involved, to then I started attacking funny sketches with dad bod and being married. So that definitely brought some people to my stream. Probably less than 100. I have 2,000 followers. I haven't really been posting too much to it. I'd say probably less than 80 followers from that. I have 2,000 followers there. But I can probably count on my hand like 3 people that are still around from that. I know who it is. So, and 2 of them are there. One of them's a really good friend. I play with him quite often. The other 2 are, they come by and hang out, 10 minutes or so, probably every stream. So I did put a lot of my eggs into that. Now I've moved to Hover since I discovered that, which, if you don't know, it's like TikTok, but for game clips only. It's a smaller app. I think it has less than 30,000 users. It's growing. There, I have like 600 followers, which doesn't matter too much. But the nice thing about that is it's game clips. Some are edited. I edit mine and load them there. And they have a button that embeds your Twitch, so like they can click visit Twitch right from their app, and it takes you over to my channel on Twitch. Yep. I've noticed growth from that for following. Last month was one of my best months. I want to say, like, I can't say it's all from it, but it's probably 75 followers. My average is up like 3 from what it typically is, and I have a lot of those people come through the stream regularly. From Hover, I'll randomly get a follower, and then they're like, "I came from Hover. I saw your clip, and it said you were live," because it also says you're live on Hover while you're live on Twitch. So Hover's been a good growth tool for me, and I've kind of climbed the ladder. They have a gravity ladder over there that you can climb and get towards the top. So it's definitely helped me promoting myself outside of Twitch for sure. I don't think I'd have 500 followers on Twitch if I didn't, really try to promote myself outside of Twitch.
Yeah. And that's a big thing. Is I've talked to so many people and nobody seems to listen until it's too late, or until they see the results, if you will. And I get that. Like, we as humans, we are a skeptical species, right? Everybody will have their own opinion on how to grow and how to do things until it's like, hey, this is what I think you need to do. And then it's like, well, I don't want to be told what to do. And the only reason why somebody would start to implement it or listen is after they've seen the person who told you to do it is doing it and it's working, right? Like, how many times have I told people to make YouTube videos? I started taking YouTube seriously. I've had a really good success rate so far on that. And now everybody that we know is making YouTube videos. It's amazing how that works when it goes from, oh, that doesn't work, or it's not that great, or it's too much effort, to I'm doing it and I'm consistently making them, to, oh, it's helping. Okay, well, hold on. What was this? So the biggest thing that I'm going to say is, like, have a niche outside of your niche, if that makes sense. So I game, I play video games, but I also like cars. That's where my little Turbo Panda came in hand. But I have a brand outside of my brand that's within my brand. That makes sense. So I like to work on my cars. I'll build them, post a lot of content about it, but I also play video games. So if the one thing didn't work, another thing could. So if my cars stopped working out for me, and I just wanted to use my cars as a hobby, no longer posting a single picture about them and only make game content, okay, I could do that. Or vice versa. Gaming doesn't work out for me. No one wants to hear me anymore. They just want to see my cars. I can do that too, and I'll still be successful with that. But I feel like, if you're a painter, or you're a musician, or if you do literally anything outside of your main niche, gaming or streaming, whatever that is, and throwing a little bit of hints of who you are, that really helps, because people get to see, like, Thiccboibeans said on Hover, that's an app where it embeds your Twitch stream into their app to get you that exposure. I personally haven't had a whole lot of success with Hover, but I also don't take it seriously. So if you don't take it seriously, you don't get growth. I feel like that's just kind of it's a give type situation. So you put in the work on TikTok or on Hover or Instagram, you'll get that back. And it kind of goes all back around to Twitch, where you got to keep making that content outside to bring your content inside. This paid to promote is just a way for, if you wanted to fast track that and not make content outside of Twitch and only grow within the Twitch platform, to expand outside of Twitch, this is probably the best way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm starting to tackle YouTube, so we'll see what comes out of that. I think I don't know. Unless you have like a huge explosion on TikTok, I don't know if that's the way to go. It's easy to be discovered there because their platform is so discoverable. But yeah, you gotta be on a lot of different platforms promoting yourself. It's not just turn on live and hope somebody shows up. So
yep. No, and I've had a lot of success from TikTok coming over to my Twitch. But I also make content like me rating out to other streamers, or what I do on stream, like me rapping or doing something that's not your normal streamer thing, right? I don't just post normal game clips of a couple kills and I'm done. It's edited, or it's some way entertaining. Same thing with you. You're putting in TikToks with words into your videos, so it's not just a screen, right? It's not over information overload, where I see a lot of these TikTokers, man, they post a game clip and they've got their map, their webcam, their kill count, their recent dono. They have all this information on a 9:16 aspect ratio video. It's like, dude, I can't even see the gameplay after you throw all this stuff in. Like, keep it simple, stupid. Kiss.
You wanna know a secret about TikTok too? It's pretty common on all TikTok videos. If you watch anything, if you're not a big creator, you're somebody smaller trying to catch attention, you have to change your camera like every 3 seconds. Whether it's a zoom in, a zoom out, it keeps people engaged because literally there's a theory about goldfish, how like if you can't catch somebody in the first 3 seconds on your video, they're gone.
Yep.
So that first three is the most important. Whether you start, you zoom it in, you throw something up, you yell at them, whatever it is, you got to like catch their attention. Because I know like when I swipe TikTok, it's just mindless almost, you know.
That's true.
So,
And that is the way to grow in general. But if you're not wanting to put in that effort to YouTube and TikTok and all these other platforms, this is a great idea. I don't want anyone to I don't want anyone to get the conception that I don't like this. I am on board, and I even made a tweet yesterday, and I was upset, and I still stand by what I said. I don't delete tweets, you know what I mean? But I said it, and I meant it, which was, if you have such a, I'm going to pull up the exact wording of this tweet, because it, like, I just get irritated when I see a lot of people on, like, Twitter is the most toxic platform out there. Fact. I think Twitch is the most, like, everybody gets so upset so fast about everything. It's wild. But I said, if all these other social platforms have such great discoverability, why aren't you bigger? Instead of looking at things in a negative light, turn this into a positive and use it to an advantage. And I'm talking about this right here. Everybody's like yelling at Twitch, oh, you guys went ahead and took off auto hosting, but then you made this pay to win feature. Way to go. Or they were saying how, oh, you sued these hate raid people, and now you're taking more money from the streamers. And I'm like, okay, well, hold on. So you're mad that hate raids existed. They stayed quiet so they could get a lawsuit going. But now that there's a lawsuit going, you're going to use that against Twitch for this. Like, it's never enough with people. It really isn't. It's never enough for people to just understand Twitch can't monitor every single stream. And as much as you would love or hate it, they don't care about you or I. Because I'm sorry, but I only have 3,800 followers. You only have however many followers you have on Twitch. You and I together mean nothing to Twitch, because they have to watch out for their big names, the people that are bringing in money. So no, they can't watch out for little Joe Schmo who has 2 average viewers and gets hit with 100 hate raid, right? It's our job as the streamer. Again, it shouldn't be a thing. I am not I am so upset that there's people out there that are doing that. But us as the streamers, we have to set up bots to protect ourselves. That's why they exist. Us as streamers, we have to find ways to use the tools available to us to prevent this from happening. But don't go and turn this around to Twitch when they're trying to work on an active solution, and then using that solution that they're trying to work on, and they implement a new feature, and then turning and using it on them. That just makes no sense. That's a toxic mentality.
Right. And I understand where a lot of I saw that tweet too. I'm gonna back up, where it was like suing to stop follow bots, and now Twitch is paying, making you pay to get followers. I was like, that's pretty good. I thought that was a good tweet. It was funny, made me laugh.
Yeah.
They weren't making money off of follow bots, but they're going to now when you're promoting yourself.
Right. But that's the thing, is they're not, like, I saw somebody think that they were actual follow bots, or they're going to be view bots. And that's not, I mean, that's not, like, again, you're not paying for Extra Life marketing, which is a good tool where they embed your stream into websites. That can be another video. But like, these are Twitch users, like, they're active Twitch users, and people thinking that it's a view bot it's comical, because it's like, so you see your viewership go up, you're going to think it's a view bot, so you're not going to treat it as if, wow, I just spent money on my business and it's working. No, it's Twitch taking my money.
Right. And right now it's not view bots, but the same thing happened with TikTok. A lot of people claim that, because there's 3 different ways to promote there. You can like promote for views, likes, or follows. And people that get a lot of, they tested this, the follows. It's all bots. They all like similar names and stuff like that. So I can't say Twitch, that's gonna what happened to Twitch here, but you never know. So, and I mean, it could be a reason for people to target you too, like the people that are follow botting if you're promoting yourself. I just thought of that.
Yeah.
To follow bot you when you're promoting, that would be the worst.
That would, and there's so many things, and that's why it is a beta.
But we can't worry about that. You can't sit there and worry about a possible follow bot. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta go in and do what you gotta do.
And you said it with me yesterday too. You can promote, but a promotion does not equal good content. It just you can't take a turd and show 100,000 people a turd and get some, like, you may be able to convince a couple people that this turd is great. But
I'm trying. I'm trying over here.
but you can't take that turd and go, pay an advertiser. You have to look at yourself as your own reflection and go, okay, dude, let me be real with myself. Am I even making good content? Like, am I actually making content people want to watch? If not, dude, I need to fix that, because you get what you put out of this. So if I put in a lot of effort, I hope to get a bigger result as time goes. I don't expect it tomorrow or next week or next month. I just hope it compounds if I get 1 subscriber per YouTube video, I win. I feel like I've done really good. You know what I mean? And same thing with streaming. If I get 1 follower or stream, yeah, everybody's like, oh, it's just 1 follower. Dude, that's 1 person who clicked and liked you and wants to come by possibly. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Yes, there are days where I get 40, 50, 60, but it's like the number's great and all, but I enjoy the connections that we make. And I feel like this is a great way to meet connections through this platform. And if you use it to its fullest advantage, I'm personally going to take advantage of it. Why wouldn't I, right? Like, I'm already at that halfway point of averaging for partner. And why would I not do something that could potentially get me to the next level? Where I do see a problem happening, and it's already been a thing before, is if you pay to promote and then Twitch, you get to average partner viewership averages, you apply for partner, and Twitch declines you because you got partner because of using their paid service. And they've done that. They have rejected partner letters because they were those streams were on the front page, and they were sending out declining letters saying, because you were on the front page of Twitch, you have to build your own organic community, essentially.
No way.
Yeah, I'll pull up the tweet. I can't remember I will find it. It was a huge thing. It had like 80K views. I'll pull it up after this pod. But it was insane.
Imagine now if you spend, I know it's 99 cents, but let's say you get it 3 times. It's still $3, whatever.
Yeah.
But can you imagine you spend real money and then they're like, nah, just kidding. Yeah, it worked for you every time. We pushed you to 1,000 people, and every time 40 people followed you, and you retained all 40 of those, we'll say.
Yep.
And now you're averaging 120 viewers for the last 3 months, 2 months, whatever it takes for you to get the average.
Yep.
But you paid for them. Wow.
Oh, they would have, at that point, I would leave.
Happen.
If that happens, it will. And when it does, I will leave the platform. That's insane. And the reason being I will leave the platform is because I just said I want to use every tool available to me. But if that tool that is going to be, it's like me getting a shovel to go dig my own flower pot and everything. But then when I want to go plant that flower seed, they're like, oh, you dug it up with a shovel. You got to use your hands. Like that is the same principle.
I can't believe we recommended you to other people, and because of that, and you did a good job when we did that, you can't be a partner now. That's insane.
I will. That will be the moment I make the shift to YouTube. I hope it doesn't happen. I've said this before. I want Twitch to grow as a big platform. They have a lot of challenges that need to be worked on, but they also have a lot of pros. The people that complain about Twitch are the same people that are on the platform every day. So it's, if you don't like something, make a change, and that would be. Go ahead. I was gonna say, it's just the one thing that would be the thing that would throw me over the edge.
And you best believe all these people complaining about it, including myself. If it happens to my channel, I'm absolutely purchasing sponsorship time, promotion time, and so are all of they. So like, it would be stupid not to. For 99 cents to be promoted to 1,000 people is so cheap for advertising. It's crazy. And people and advertising right on the platform where people already are. They're not advertising you on Google or YouTube, or it's like right there. It's
a direct advert, and that's another conversation for another pod. But people need to understand how businesses work, and I don't mean that as a condescending way. I genuinely believe that people just don't know how a business structure works, and this is a business. We are contractors to Twitch. We are contracted entertainers. So we need to provide the best, most entertaining content for their platform because we are an employee. If you've made 1 bit from Twitch, you are an employee of Twitch. And I am all about giving Twitch a hard time if they need to be given a hard time. but people roasting Twitch and just going crazy. It's like going up to your boss's office and just going crazy to them. And it's not a professional look. That's why I watch what I say and watch what I do, because you just never know who's watching and looking. But you also have to realize that not everything is going to be in your favor. And so instead of being mad about everything, I'm going to 100,000% use this. If I get that opportunity, I will spend $30 or whatever the cap is, and I will find a way to take advantage of it and see what I can do. You know what I mean? Because why wouldn't I? If that is the difference of, if this promotion, I want to end this pod on this thought for everybody listening. If you had a way, if someone to you came up to your stream right now and said, I need you to give me $5,000 to be successful in this content creation thing, would you do it?
This sounds like you're trying to sell me a wrap to get skinny.
Nah, I wish I was that good.
So if I give you $5,000, I would 100% make it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. If like I'm Twitch or a social media platform, or let's just say a manager, and I go up to you, I'm a management company, and I go, Thiccboibeans, you give me $5,000 and you will reap all of the benefits and more. You will make your money back threefold.
Is there still a chance that I fail?
Oh yeah, there's always a chance of failure at anything you do in life. There's no guarantees, but very confident manager coming up to you like they've worked with the best of the best.
Yes, absolutely.
I would do the exact. I would in a heartbeat.
Would max the credit card out. Wouldn't even matter.
That's what this is. This is the.
My DMs are gonna blow up with opportunities here now. For $25, I can guarantee you're gonna be here.
Hey man, that is the thing though that Twitch is doing right now. Twitch is going to you and saying, give us money and we can guarantee, like you said, there's no guarantee of success, but they can guarantee the impressions because they run this, right? So they say $1 for 1,000 impressions. They're guaranteeing you that you will get 1,000 impressions on their platform. It is up to your title, your thumbnail, which Twitch needs to work on being able to let you set your own custom thumbnails. That's neither here nor there though. But having a good quality stream, getting those impressions out of 1,000, I like to work on rules of percentages, right? If I advertise to 1,000 impressioned people, no shot I don't get at least 10 people to click into my stream. That sounds low, but people have to understand that I have a TikTok with 43,000 views. It's not a lot. It's not like Thiccboibeans, but what's 10% of that, Thickboy?
Of 43,000?
Mm-hmm.
4,300.
Yep. And guess what my TikTok has in terms of likes? It's got 10% of the views as likes. That's how, it's all about, everything works on 5 to 10% in sales and business and stuff like that. Obviously, yes, there are exceptions, but when it comes to viewership, the norm is 10% of your followership is your viewership. The norm, right? And things fluctuate. It's fine. But that's the same thing with this. I would expect to have 10 people come into my stream and then maybe one of those people follow. So it's $1 to get one follower if you want to look at that. But it's also the potential to gain more.
That's worst case. That's worst case scenario. Well, I mean, you could be 0 if you're bad, but
right.
Worst case scenario, on average, when you look at sales or business model, you're absolutely right. And
that's an odd I'll take. I'll take $1 for a follower. Yeah, that's a lot of money. But if it took $1, you say what?
You didn't pay for it, so
yeah, right. My chat would. Dude, I would never let my chat do that. I would end stream. I would not
absolutely know your chat would do that.
Oh, they would.
Absolutely know if it pops up, it's over with. It's gonna be maxed out.
That's how it's amazing to have a community like this where I've built such an amazing family online. I could never let someone pay for my business expenditure though. You know what I mean? I would rather tell everybody, hey, I have it because I have a second account. I would rather say, let me log into my second account real quick. Let me use my credit card to pay for this. I would love to see what this does. I couldn't imagine Alpha Thor Cookies, Blue Hoodie, you paying for me to do this. I really couldn't. So again, I know that there would be people that would, but this is where I draw my line with Twitch, where it's the chat should never be involved with my business expansion.
I agree with you. Hey, before we end this, I think next week or the following week, you should reach out to that guy or woman, I don't remember who it was, that was you saw promoted, and see if you can bring them on and see what their retention is.
Ooh, you know, that's a great idea. I think that's a great idea.
And if you want, I will come back and talk with them as well. So I think that's great information. Or if you can even run an interview with them and just question them, I think that would be really cool information to have. You know, like how it worked for them.
Kind of like a little follow up to our convo.
Yeah,
dude, that is great. Well, guys, Thiccboibeans and I think we had an amazing talk. I'm going to make sure to drop his info down below. I feel bad I didn't do that for Danny in the last 2 videos. I got to update that. But we're not going to miss that opportunity here with Thiccboibeans. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to click that follow button, sub, and make sure to give some love to my homie Thiccboibeans down below, all right? I love y'all. Peace.